That's the moment we trained for all year, the high-stakes chaos that defines the NFL. Some of the greatest coaching performances in league history have come from coordinators, masterminding defenses and offenses that deliver rings. The Rams' wizardry won a Super Bowl. The Chicago Bears claimed a world championship. Of the more than 120 offensive and defensive coordinators who've called plays in the big game, 21 have hoisted at least 2 Lombardi trophies. But only one has done it with 2 different teams: Steve Spagnuolo, the man they call Spags. Now in his 7th season as Kansas City's defensive coordinator, Spags has become synonymous with the Chiefs dynasty. Spags, reflecting on Super Bowl 54, this is one of my favorite ones. After the 2019 season, when I came to Kansas City, I felt so indebted to Andy Reid. The way we got there, I just wanted him to win a Super Bowl. I wanted to coach him to that. 4th down and 10 for the 49ers. He throws the ball away. It's a sack. The Chiefs are champions of Super Bowl 54. It was Spags' first year with the Chiefs, ending a 50-year drought for the franchise. But his path to gridiron immortality started far from the spotlight. A quarterback at Grafton High School in Massachusetts, then a wide receiver at Springfield College. Spags, I'm not going very fast, I'm sure. Right there. 'Cause I never was. When I left Grafton High and went to Springfield, I envisioned spending 4 years there, getting a phys ed degree, coming back to Grafton High, and being exactly like Mr. Excel Zion, a teacher and coach, coaching high school football for the rest of my life. That would be it. And so, I got sidetracked a little bit. After 3 years as a low-level college offensive assistant, Spags flipped to the dark side. The head coach came to me after the first year and said, "Hey, would you like to coach the defensive line?" And I love the big guys. So I said, "Yeah, why not?" He never looked back. His journey took him to 10 colleges, plus stints in Barcelona, Spain, and Frankfurt, Germany. Spags, in Frankfurt, secondary, follow your cover one rule. Through it all, his Massachusetts roots and his accent stayed intact. So did his fandom. Spags, for many, many years, right through probably into my 30s, even though I wasn't living in that area, I stayed a Patriots fan. Steve Grogan, all the great ones, Russ Francis, Grogan. Oh boy. Oh, that's nice. I remember a guy people probably don't remember. He played only about 4 or 5 years. His name was M. Herron. He was a running back, but also a kick returner. And he carried the ball like this. Dramatic pause, mimicking the tuck. Nowadays, we're yelling high and tight, right? You know, cover 5 points of the ball. He carried it just like that. I'll never forget it. But he was really good. Andy Reid. I met Steve when I was at the University of Texas El Paso. He was real close with the staff. We hit it off and developed a relationship. He was from back in Massachusetts, and all my family, my dad's side, is from there. So we had a little connection. When Reid landed his first NFL head coaching gig in Philadelphia in 1999, Spags was his first call. Reid, he was one of the first guys I reached out to, just because of the trust I developed with him over the years. Settling in Philly, Spags met a local woman who became his wife, despite the accent clashes. Spags' wife, a couple things I didn't understand that he was saying. Spags, so yeah, that's all right. I can get on her about her Philadelphia accent. Spags to players, do 2 things for me today. Play cool in the head and hot in the heart. For 8 seasons, Spags coached defensive backs and linebackers under DC Jim Johnson. In 2004, that unit surrendered just 16 points per game, propelling the Eagles to 13-3 and Super Bowl 39 against the Patriots, the team of his youth. Spags, you know, lo and behold, I get into my first Super Bowl, and it's against the Patriots. So now I'm hoping they lose. Never mind. Get into one. Play-by-play, bright lights. Everything you got. I tell you what, I ain't gonna say one word. Go out and get it done. New England celebrated its 3rd title in 4 years, a dynasty. Announcer, back-to-back, 3 out of 4. Yes, it's a dynasty. Spags, remember, the whole family had grown up as Patriots fans. Fortunately for me, we had converted them. I think everybody was rooting for the Eagles. I don't know if, back in their minds, they were happy the Patriots won. If they did, they didn't show it. Spags to defense. He's going to give you trips with the back of the backfield. Eager to climb, Spags eyed coordinator jobs. In 2006, Reid blocked his shot at the Vikings' DC role. Reid, I kind of kept him tied up there at Philadelphia because I wasn't sure how long Jim Johnson was going to go. He was a little bit older, and I wasn't sure when he was going to retire. So I tried to stretch it out on him. Spags, yeah, that's an interesting memory. There was probably a little bit of tension. Andy and I laugh about that now. But it was, I felt like there was a point where I thought, okay, it's taken too long. It's never gonna happen. The next year, Reid relented. Spags coordinated the Giants' defense, guiding a wild card team to the Super Bowl, and another clash with the undefeated Patriots. Spags, I root for the Patriots my whole life. They win nothing. Then I get in the NFL, and I gotta go against them, and they're winning all kinds of Super Bowls. Growing up, he'd never seen a powerhouse Pats team. As a coach, he kept colliding with their dynasty. Announcer, it's 18-0, and one more to go for the Patriots. Spags, I never said this out loud before the game, but I felt like if we could hold them under 30 points, we were doing good. The Giants did better. 5 sacks, 9 hits on Tom Brady, holding them to 14. Play-by-play, Brady back to throw. Gets hit and sacked. And the Giants with the most improbable win in recent memory. Spags, this is my favorite picture. This is Marie and me after we beat the Patriots in that Super Bowl. We never had a plan if we won the game, like, I'll meet you here. Tom Coughlin's son grabbed her and ran her over. But somebody caught that picture. To me, that's a cherished one right there. She went through the whole thing with me. Success lured the rebuilding St. Louis Rams to hire Spags as head coach in 2009. Announcer, son of a gun. 3 losing seasons later, he was fired, spinning back onto the carousel, until Reid called again in 2019. Reid, hey, DBs, I need you here. Now listen, Steve was able to come in and bring a defense that I was very familiar with, and he incorporated that thing pretty fast. Chris Jones. He was coming to the building, You're gonna get somebody who honestly just truly loves you. Not just as a player, but outside of the building. He's got a sensitive side to him, but he's also gonna crank on you and demand. With Spags came the scheme and the accent. Spags to players, and he's going nowhere. Good job. Get underneath those guys. You got to get more physical, man. You got to get more physical down here. Player, could have used a little help today. Some moral support on some of those bad calls down there. Chris Jones, they get on him a little bit about it. We all get on him about it. He's thick-skinned. If you just get that mentality that if you don't make this play, somebody's gonna steal your mother from you, you're probably gonna go make that play, wouldn't you? Tershawn Wharton, T. McDuffie, your group have any energy, or are they gonna go start on like it did yesterday? Honestly, his accent makes him 10 times even funnier. Like, when you're getting chewed out on the regular, it's like, okay, yeah, I get it. But when you get that thick accent like you hear from Spags, some people might not like it, but for me, I literally just laugh. Travis Kelce, one of the greatest defensive play callers ever. Steve Spagnuolo. He's got incredible knowledge. He is true to the scheme he's learned over the years with Jim Johnson, but then added his own accents and nuances and wrinkles. Play-by-play, 3rd and 4. Chester pressuring, pass is knocked down at the line of scrimmage. Trent McDuffie came on an inside blitz. What a great design blitz to force that incompletion by Steve Spagnuolo. Analyst, doesn't blitz a lot, but he has a great understanding of when and how he wants to take advantage of whatever that protection is that's being presented to him. Player, balls out, Trent McDuffie. Analyst, he allows his players to play multiple techniques, which I think is brilliant, Cause the offense just doesn't know where one person's gonna be all game. Play-by-play, AFC Championship, he's got time here. Whole season for Buffalo on the line here. They come. He just desperately throws it up in the air, incomplete. Analyst, Spagnuolo pretended to not blitz, and he sends a corner blitz. He waited all game. You want to talk about just perfect timing? I mean, he is a literal genius when it comes to play calling. Player, me J. Reid. We were both just wide open when we blitzed, which caused Josh Allen to have to scramble, throw a wild ball up, and you know, the rest is history. But I feel like that play specifically, we set that blitz up the entire game, and when he finally called it, it worked perfectly. In 6 seasons as KC's DC, Spags has engineered 5 Super Bowl appearances and 3 victories. Player, in Spags we trust. We trust this guy that's gonna get it done. Chris Jones, the In Spags We Trust shirt really was just a shirt to make sure people understood how much this defense and how much Coach Spags meant to us. Like, when you talk about going out on that field and playing for something other than yourself, when you talk about the man who talks in front of the defense and leads these group of men, it's this man. Spags, choking up, I've never had it on. I didn't know what kind of material it was. It's neat. It's humbling. But I don't know that I want to. Pauses. Pretty special dudes.